Hi, and welcome again to Thompson's Video Corner. In a Grant View's editorial commentary blog we posted this week, we discussed the highly contentious termination of a cooperative agreement award in California for a multi-billion-dollar high-speed rail project. This month, the Federal Railroad Administration terminated the award with the California High-Speed Rail Authority, deobligating about $900 million for the project. The Federal Railroad Authority said that the state was unable to prepare and submit fundamental project delivery documents, did not track and report near-term milestones, and had not demonstrated the ability to complete the project by the end of 2022, as stated in the agreement signed in 2010. Now, in response, the state has filed a complaint against the Department of Transportation in the U.S. District Court, accusing the administration of playing politics and making faulty allegations about the project's lack of progress. There's a lot of animosity here, to be sure, so we'll be watching the situation closely to see what happens. Now, in light of this case, we felt it's important to remind you of exactly what the Uniform Guidance says about award terminations. This is important not only for fellow awarding agencies to know, but pass-through entities should clearly understand these provisions as well. Under 203.39a of the guidance, it states that the fellow award may be terminated in whole or in part by the fellow awarding agency or pass-through entity if the non-fellow entity fails to comply with the terms and the conditions of the fellow award. As we're witnessing in the California case, this may not always be obvious and agreeable to all parties. Secondly, an award may be terminated by the fellow awarding agency or pass-through entity for cause. Now, determining what classifies as for cause can be even trickier, and we encourage your recipients out there to take all possible means to reduce the risk of your grants to prevent the awarding agency from terminating your award for cause. Third, the federal awarding agency or pass-through entity can terminate an award with the consent of the non-fellow agency recipient when the parties agree upon the termination conditions, including the effective date, and in the case of a partial termination, the portion to be terminated. Lastly, the non-federal entity recipient itself may terminate the award after sending to the federal awarding agency or pass-through entity written notification setting forth the reasons for such termination, the effective date, and in the case of a partial termination, the portion to be terminated. Now, as a side note here, if the federal awarding agency or pass-through entity determines that in the case of a partial termination that the reduced or modified portion of the federal award or sub-award will not accomplish the purposes for which the federal award was made, the federal awarding agency or pass-through entity may terminate the federal award in its entirety. Now, there are other provisions in 203.39 as well as 203.40 concerning the notification and reporting requirements of federal awarding agencies and pass-through entities when terminating award, and provisions at 203.41 point out that the federal awarding agency or pass-through entity must provide non-federal entity an opportunity to object and to provide documentation challenging the termination. So, when we're discussing grants and other forms of fellow financial assistance, award termination is perhaps the worst result possible. One would hope that the provisions of 203.39 through 341 are the least used in the entire Uniform Guidance. However, it's critical for all parties to be aware of their responsibilities should these drastic circumstances arise. And as always, we promote the use of Thompson's online grants resources and training opportunities to keep you on track when administering your grants to limit the chances that there are those dreaded award terminations. Now, not everything goes smoothly during the course of a grant, but hopefully these issues can be addressed before there be any thought of an award termination. So, here's hoping for the best for your awards. Thanks everyone for watching, and have